Hi there VC, it's Steve Whitty again. I'm recording another video. Now, the next few videos I'm going to record is about the haul I got last week. I was very fortunate that the shop had a good haul in my local record shop, but also a good haul lucky haul in the charity shops. So first things first, this first video is going to concentrate on the charity shops. But also about as you may be aware, I've been doing the Beatles collection that the Agostini put out. You can see from my T-shirt, Beatles Vinyl Collection. So I had another two records come through. The trouble with subscribing to something with vinyl is I've got to go and collect it from the local sorting office. Unfortunately, I have not got a 12-inch letterbox, as you can see there. And for those that wonder, that is my front door. Yeah, so nobody's going to come in walking on me. They're going to have to knock on it first. Okay, I live in a very small flat. All right, so issue 8 on the Beatles Vinyl Collection is the Beatles for Sale. And you can see just there, the Agostini. Great album, Beatles for Sale. This is probably the first time I'd really listened to this. It's not an album I've ever had in any form. I've made a copy of it somewhere. But on this album, you've got No Reply, I'm a Loser, Babies in Black, Rock and Roll Music, I Follow the Sun, Mr. Moonlight, Kansas City, Hey Hey Hey. And then side 2, 8 Days a Week, Words of Love, Honey Don't, Every Little Thing, I Don't Want to Spoil the Party, What You're Doing, and Everybody's Trying to Be My Baby. This album is sort of like is a mixture of the live set and Lennon McCartney tunes. I'm just having a look. There is no George Harrison penned item, though he does sing on Everybody's Trying to Be My Baby. Yeah, you've got obviously the notes from Derek Taylor. Album is absolutely, the pressings on these are absolutely brilliant. They really are good pressings. The Agostini did the jazz collection last year, where they issued the classic jazz albums, and Pete in my record shop said no, they were great, really good pressings. So yeah, I was pleased to have that come. And then issue 9. Now this is where it's interesting because this is the first time I'd really ever seen this. This is the Love double album. The Agostini. So it's the first time I'd ever really seen this in vinyl form. HMV may have had a copy. Open the gatefold up. Beautiful. And you come with it, you get a booklet. Nice booklet there, as well as the records. Now, when it came out, Love was sort of like for this. It was put together for the Circus de let me see if I can pronounce it right. Circus du Soleil or something like that. Circus du Soleil, and it was to put a show. And basically asked George Martin and then Giles Martin to remix the song so they could form a base of a show. I know it didn't go down too well with some Beatles fans. I actually think, having listened to it now, and this is probably the first time I've listened to this album in, I would say a good 10 years. Yeah, I would say it might be less than that, but I'd say at least 5 years. I'm actually amazed how well they put it together. And it's worth just getting this because side D opens with While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and what they've done, they took the version that was on Anthology and then put an orchestral tracking on it, and it's by far the best version of that song. Sorry, Eric, I know your guitar playing's amazing on the original, but this is, if I was going to do a cover version that's better than the original, certainly that would be it. Here's the final. So you've got disc 1, it's got red, the band, and then a little Apple label, and then disc 2, So pressings are excellent on this. I'm really pleased to have this. And probably will be playing this a lot more. I really enjoyed this record. Now, on my Saturday morning routine is quite stable. I go to the record store when it opens around 10 o'clock, and I will then spend a couple of hours in there before I go off and do my volunteering at Oxfam in the afternoon. So I was in town something a little bit earlier. I'd been to collect the package with the Beatles, and I found myself in the town centre a little bit earlier, but a bit too late to sit down and have a cup of coffee. So I thought, you know what, I'll just have a mooch round. And I thought, you know what, I ain't been into the two charity shops in a while. That's the British Heart Foundation and Scope. So I go in the British Heart Foundation. Those that do the thrift stores and charity shops, you go in there more in hope than in expectation, because quite a lot of the time it's not, you don't get to see much. So when I walked in, guy had been flicking through and he got a copy of Wings London Town, which I wasn't too bothered about because I'd already got a copy about it, and I was thinking, well, maybe he's had the only decent album there. And when I flicked through, I was absolutely quite astounded because I've picked 4 albums up, 3 that are in shrink wrap, and 1 that's, thinking, ooh, it could be interesting. The first album I picked up in shrink wrap, and I have taken the shrink wrap up because you can see that the cover has got a little bit it's warped. The cover a little bit. Record's fine. Living Colour debut album, Vivid, and this cost me 99 pence. Vinyl's in absolutely pristine condition. Living Colour sort of came out early, 88. A lot of attention. I think Corey Glover, the singer, he appeared in Platoon. But Mick Jagger got involved with the band and produced some of the tracks on there. I think Glamour Boys, which was a single, Which Way to America, he produced. Became big through the Cult of Personality, the opening track. Vernon Reid is an exceptional guitarist. This is an exceptional rock record. I think a lot was made of it because they were African American. But I just think this is just a corking rock album, full stop. It doesn't matter what the colour of the skin is, it just rocks. So, flipped through, I thought, oh, that's 99 pence spent. Then I found another record for 99 pence, which I didn't expect to find. This is Tom Paxton's Rambling Boy. And this is the mono version. And this is Tom Paxton's debut album. Tom Paxton, very much folk guitarist, and it's on the Red Electra label. And for 99 pence, I thought, you know what, I'll give this a spin. I'm quite happy to take a chance with this. And yeah, I'm really pleased I've done, because it's not bad. It's a good album, good folk album. I do like my folk rock, but I don't actually sort of like the folk side of things. So pleased to get that. Then in shrink wrap, again 99 pence. Racing Cars. Now this is their debut album, Downtown Tonight. Racing Cars are a band from Wales, I think. I'm not sure if it's the Cardiff area. Album very much on the soft rock vein. Gained some success in America and in the UK, but particularly it contains their well-known song, which is a top 10 single in the UK, They Shoot Horses, Don't They? Which was inspired by the movie of the same name. There you go. Great condition, the vinyl, and the green chrysalis label. So 99 pence is still in its shrink, in good condition. And then the final record I picked up in British Heart Foundation shop. And this cost $1.99. I can't figure out for me life and me why this was $1.99. It's Sniffing the Tears, Fickle Heart. And I picked this up purely because I think there's only one real well-known track on here, and it's Driver's Seat. It was released a number of times in the UK, but never became a hit. But it did become a top 20 hit single in the US, I think in 1979. It's just a great song. You listen to this while driving, Driver's Seat. It just works. The album itself is okay. It's not exceptional. You know, pretty much more the same. Driver's Seat is by far the best song on the album. Um, all songs composed by Paul Roberts, who was the lead singer. It's very much his band. I think it was him and a couple of members, and then some hired hands. Pretty much fell apart, fell away soon after. Could never follow up. I think Paul Roberts is an artist. When I last checked the record, came out in the UK on the Chiswick label. Absolutely excellent condition for $1.99, and I thought, wow, what can you say to that? You think happy days. So I thought, you know, flushed with success in the British Art Foundation shop, I'll just check out Scope. They may have something. I'll just have a check, and they might have a CD or something like that. Walk in, and what's in front of me? Aretha Franklin Arrives. Now, this album came out in, I believe, 1967. It's on the Atlantic. You've got the purple, orange and purple Atlantic. Aretha Arrives. It contains her version of Satisfaction, You're My Sunshine, 96 Tears, as well as some originals on there. It's sort of like the album that's the mid album of that period, Lady Soul and They're Meant to Love You This Way. It sort of falls in between. Great album, produced by Tom Dower. Well, it's recording engineer, producers Jerry Wexler, recording engineers Tom Down and Arif Modin, or however you pronounce it. It's just royal. It's just soul royalty on this. This is just absolutely brilliant. £1.50 that cost me. But wow, happy days. And then flicking through, Alan Price's soundtrack to Oh Lucky Man. This came out in 1973. As it says, it is the soundtrack to said film, starring Malcolm McDowell. It's a Lindy Anderson film. Quite an abstract film. I can't remember the last time I've seen it. The best known song on here is a thing called Change. It's a song called Changes, and it's actually because it gained a life of its own in the 80s. It got featured in quite a popular car commercial. It basically, for Volkswagen cars, a woman, a model comes out. I think she's split up with her boyfriend. She's chucked the ring back in the letterbox, ripped the pearls off, threw them on the floor, threw the fur coat on, hung the fur coat up on somewhere. She's just about to drop the keys of a Volkswagen Golf or whatever down the drain. Suddenly realises, actually, I need that. And goes in, taps the steering wheel, and then it comes up, drives off, and it comes off with only everything in life was reliable as a Volkswagen. And the backing song to this was Change. So, I was lucky there. So, I was very, very pleased with that. So, and I haven't gone through my record stock purchases, so that's going to be another video. So, if you liked what you see, thumbs up, thumbs down, feel free to comment. If you want to subscribe, click on the subscribe button. I'll be more than happy, more than grateful, thank you. So, until the next video, take care.